Hi, y'all. I am so glad to be with you today, and I am so enjoying this weather. I hope you are too. It's so bright and so sunny. Listen, today we're going to talk about choices and and perspective on life. So, you've heard me talk about control, things you have control over, things you don't have control over. Things you don't have control over, things you can't control would be the weather. You also can't control what someone says or doesn't say, or what they do or what they don't do. You can't control if your parents get divorced. You can't control that car that pulls out in front of you in the middle of the intersection. You can't control that the grocery store doesn't have the things that you need on the shelves at the time that you need it. You also can't control some of those health situations, and also some of those heavy life situations that seem very heavy sometimes. But what can you control? Because that's a whole long list of things you don't have a whole lot of control over. You can control how you react and respond to those different things, how you respond to that person pulling out in front of you, that person, or when you're at the grocery store and you can't find your items. Sometimes some of those heavier things, how can you react and respond to them? How do you adjust and adapt to things that life throws to you? These are things that you have control over. Those are your choices, right? I'm going to give you a definition of hope, and it's a definition that Dr. Chan Hellman gave. Hope is an action verb, much like the word love is an action verb, as per my mama. And so here's your definition: your tomorrow can be better than your today, and you have the power to make it so. Isn't that unbelievably freeing? You have the power to make your tomorrows better than today. And how is that? That's the choices that you have. Keeping in mind what you have control of, what you don't have control over. And remembering that those things you don't have control over, what you do have control over is how you're reacting, how you're responding. What is your perspective towards those things? And sometimes we need a little bit of shift. Sometimes when we're going through life and we're making choices, let's compare it to driving in Dallas. Have you driven in Dallas? Oh my gosh, it's not an easy thing. So I'm always using a GPS, right? Well, that GPS, sometimes at the last minute, it's telling me to turn when I have to get over all those different lanes, and I'm not there, and I missed that turn. Or maybe I just didn't understand the directions and I missed that turn. Choices, right? I didn't turn when I was supposed to turn. So the GPS doesn't say, I'm done with you. Forget it. No more instructions. No more anything. What the GPS does is it reroutes. And sometimes in life, we just find that we have to reroute. We're still going to be heading towards those goals, heading towards those places where we want to go. Sometimes not. Sometimes it's necessary to re-goal, but that's for another Moments with Mills. Today we're talking about choices, and that might mean rerouting and taking a different route in order to get there. Maybe a choice threw us off track for a while, and we just need to rein it back in and reroute. Sometimes those choices, how we react and respond to stuff, requires a check on our perspectives in life. And sometimes we find songs or we find inspiration in movies that can help us guide there and help us double check what those perspectives are. So the movie David came out recently, the animated movie. I loved watching it with my grandbabies, and I am loving listening to the soundtrack. Highly recommend it. Check my wherever it's up, down, I don't know where it is, but check. I'm going to try to put some links so you can see some of those songs. Love the songs. One in particular is called Tapestry. So young David is questioning, his life and where is he going and what's going to be happening to him, and who is he anyway. And his mom sings this song, Tapestry. It's beautiful. All the words are beautiful. But one of the lines in it is, "There's a reason for the colors of your story." That just kind of catches me sometimes when you think about you think about a tapestry and everything is woven together and what that looks like. But every color, every strand has a purpose. And so every color of your story has a purpose behind it. Everything that's part of your story, whether it's from choices or whether it's things that you didn't have control over, they all have a purpose in what your bigger part of the bigger tapestry is. It's just such a beautiful reminder and such a beautiful thing that the things that are happening to you have a purpose, but also the things that you are a bigger part of all of that. So there's another song, Shalom, and the peace that you can, the peace wherever you go, and finding that and keeping in mind that that there's somebody there to hold you. There's somebody there to comfort you when you're in those heavy times of life, whether it's through the rerouting of the GPS has got you so turned around that you just need to take a deep breath and look at how you're reacting and responding, or in those heavier things of life. Shalom. Peace be with you wherever you go. And keep in mind, here's some words to that song. When your heart is heavy and it's hard to pray, you've cried out with everything inside, there is still a shepherd, even when you hide, who will pick you up and hold you till you find Shalom. Until next time.